Alright guys, I'm going to show you what it looks like when we take the typical carburetor. It's been sitting, they said this one was sitting for about a year in a shed. They're always dirty. The new gas that they have, the ethanol fuel, just kills them, cakes up. I haven't seen inside this one yet, so actually I'm hoping it's clean, but for video purposes I'd like to find some gnarly stuff. Alright, you take your 4 screws out of your bowl, and sometimes you can give it a little tap and it'll break loose. Oh yeah, can you see in there? Kind of nasty. It's like a syrupy looking mess. Smells terrible too. Gas has got a unique odor whenever it's old. So I'm sure you all know the little jet here is your pilot jet. It'll always stop up when it sets. The gas always goes inside that jet and inside this jet, but this jet on the pilot jet is very, very small hole, and it will clog so quick. It doesn't take anything. A flake of rust in your gas tank will clog it. That's why it's a real good idea to run a good fuel filter. There's your jet. You see that? It's got little holes here for air, and then where the screwdriver part is, that's what you're looking at when you look up in this hole. You're looking at this end of it, and you should be able to look all the way through there and see daylight. If you can't, it's very dirty, and it's a very little hole. I've used all kinds of stuff to get it cleaned. The best recommendation is to buy a carburetor rebuild kit. It will come with new jets, new gaskets, a new needle. Let's see if this will come out. These pins stick sometimes. Yeah, to see that, there's a pin right here on your float. It just slides out. Once you pull your float pin out, it's like a hinge, and your float will lift off. Set the carb over here. This is your float. It's got a little needle. That's where your fuel comes into your bowl. There's a seat. That's called the seat. That's what the needle jams up in, for non-technical terms. Just jams up in there. The fuel comes in here, right here, comes around and sits into this hole where the needle stops it if the float bowl is full. This is your float bowl. Whenever the float bowl gets empty, these floats go down, let some gas in. I'm sure you know all this. Just letting y'all know that's how it works. So we're going to take carburetor cleaner and complete the circuit. We're going to start here, blow carburetor cleaner through there, and then go through the pilot circuit, every twist and turn it makes, and the main circuit. The main is a bigger jet, and requires a flathead screwdriver to get it out. comes out of here. That's your whole main jet assembly. There is a smaller jet, I believe, right here that screws into this. Can't see it, can you? This right here screws into this. That's your jet size. They're always labeled well. Alright. Clean the bowl out. Carb cleaner. And clean the jets. I always blow air through them to make sure that they are clear. Clean the main jet. Found 2 more little jets. Clean them out. I think we're ready to put it back together. Because she's clean. Really wasn't that dirty as far as carburetors go. Bring it closer so you can see. Maybe. Low tech here. Low tech. We're just spreading knowledge. We ain't making films. You gotta get the needle in its little hole and keep it on the float. Set it down in place. Got your hinge. It slides through there into your float. Somebody's been boogering it up, I see. That's the thing with a older bike. There's no telling what you'll find inside the carburetor, because most people try to clean them every year because they let them sit. Nothing around here sits for any period of time. We ride year round. This is off the KLX125 that I went and bought last night. And I want to hear it run. So I'm out here in the cold. Put my main jet in. There's my pilot jet. Just tighten them up. Run them down until they stop. Make sure they're snug. These 2 little jets here came out of your air inlets. Same thing here, just tighten them in until they get snug and stop. Magnetic screwdrivers would be amazing, but wouldn't help on this because the magnet doesn't stick to brass. Okay, those are back together. Floats in, needle. Seems to be closing off pretty good. If your needle doesn't close off like it should, then when you put gas in it, your needle doesn't shut off the flow and all your gas leaks out in the floor. And you don't know it until you come in the next day. Then your shop's covered in fuel. And it takes 100 years for the smell to go away. Alright. Put your screws back in. Old man knuckles popping. It didn't used to do that. Need some music playing. Maybe I'll edit in some music because this is kind of boring. Gotta keep the attention, right? Alright. Choke circuit's good. We're ready for reinstallation.